Hello, welcome to a new life, a balanced life. And I am Barbara Bertucci, and I'm coming to you live from St. Petersburg, Florida. And I'm just so privileged to be here and to have this opportunity to have Dee Welsh on with us today. And let me go ahead and start with the presentation, and then we'll have her share. Okay, hold on. All right. I am getting better at this every day. Okay, and start from slides. Let me see where that slideshow. Yes, I love it when it works like that. Okay, active wellness and Nikken Wellness Home. You know, I am just so grateful during this time that I have this home, this Nikken Wellness Home, the concept that we created many years ago. And it really is like it cocoons us in wellness. We've got wonderful air, water, sleep, so many things to support our body, just like the greenhouse effect. So without further ado, let's see. Oh, okay. Let me go back to speaker because I can't see you guys. Okay. So here is the compounding effect. And this can go for anything really. But when I look at it as health, I look at the choices I make, whether I eat well or exercise or on a daily basis, can make a radical change in my life. And it can be whether you are vital and have energy, you know, in the last quarter of your life. I'm saying up to 100. um, or not. And I want to have that energy. I want to have that vitality. I've got two grandkids, and I'm going to be around for them to graduate from high school and see all their, you know, maybe great grandkids, who knows. But these are choices and behaviors and habits that we make. Now, you know, you could have a piece of cheesecake today and maybe, you know, in a month or so. But if you had it every day or you ate at McDonald's every day, I think there's a movie about that, you know, it would definitely compound and shift the quality of your life tremendously within weeks, months. So we know the body burden, the stress is the common denominator for heart disease, diabetes, fatigue, allergies, sleep, weight, all of that. Sleep deprivation is tremendous. Well, stress, I jumped ahead to sleep because I had sleep deprivation. I didn't know it. I suffered with a bad back, but every time I rolled over, it was like I had a cattle prod, you know, stabbing me, waking me up, and then bringing me right back. I'd have to try and go right back to sleep. So I had interrupted sleep all night long. It was just not good. And the more people are sleep deprived, the more it affects their whole being. And then other things can creep up. And so we want to make sure that we can take care of ourselves, especially in this time of, I call it cocooning or hibernation. All right. So indoor, outdoor air. Oh, we just know that here in Florida, we've got double pane, triple pane, I don't even know what pane, hurricane windows that can withstand all the wind and all the things. And now we have to look at the filters and the things that we have in our homes too, because we can become a little uh, breed of things that aren't healthy for us in our own home. And then I think everybody's now aware of water and the compound and how it affects every cell and fiber of our body, and even a shower. I mean, no, I didn't realize that, but now I do. So we have a lot, and it says here endocrine disruptors, which are hormones, guys. It's affecting our hormones and our moods, just the water we drink. So imagine health trends. The only thing I'm going to say about this is obesity is on the rise with our children. We've got to get them up. We got to get them out. We got to get them more educated and be an example of health for our kids and our children these days. We really do need to teach them, you know, how to grow things, how to be outside, how to go walk the beach. So what's the answer to this? Be healthy by choice, not by chance. That's really amazing. Choose active wellness. Choose health. Choose to be more and to just be more vibrant as we start to grow and take care of ourselves. So Nikken is a holistic approach to well-being. I love this analogy of healthy mind, family, society, finances, and body. When you heard about me, my body, my back was out. It affected my mind. My family was affected. There was no way I was contributing to society, and I could barely do the part-time job I had at the time. And I like to put spirituality, or you and spirituality, in the center of that star. So it is a worthy cause to look at your whole well-being, because it affects every aspect of your life and your family's life. So here's a Nikken Wellness home. Well, that's a picture of a beautiful home. And we have the air system in there. We got the water. We've got, you know, different things to just really support us in having a wellness environment. So here's the water pack. Anytime you hear the word pack, you're going to save money. So you get a shower filter, either model, and an extra filter there. The Nikken Pie waterfall system, which emulates the water off of a waterfall, is tremendous. And here I love to show the filter, because you can see it takes everything out, but it puts back in trace minerals and different yummy things that just help us be more alkaline, to help flush the toxins. And here's a water bottle with extra filters. So that's a water pack. And this is our energy pack. And these I like to call our daytime products. And hopefully, and Dee will touch on these as well. But these, so at night you're sleeping and you're unwinding all the stress of the day. And then during the day, you're keeping these on to keep ourselves, I like to say, fortified, kind of. And in certain areas where you might need just a little more care. And we have a car seat, we've got a grounding pad, lots of wonderful things. And even the 50-cent piece up here that can be put on trigger points or different areas of the body to give it a little boost of energy. And here's our famous sleep system, except I do like to keep the eye mask in there too and add that as well. But that's the topper, the comforter, and the pillow, and a pillowcase. And yes, there's technology in the case as well, and ceramics. So we have the energy of the earth and the energy of the sun, which is tremendous. Here's our nutritionals. Our core nutritionals are here, our other nutritionals. And then I'm going to go back to, what am I going to go back here? And then I will actually stop sharing and go to Dee. That's what I'll do. Okay, so I am so privileged to have Dee Welsh on as our guest today to share her story and how Nikken came into her life and made such an amazing difference. Dee, take it away. Oh, and she's an RN. We had this conversation, retired, now retired. Does anybody really retire? No, but she's no longer doing nursing, and she's doing Nikken and sharing and helping people still in what she's doing today. So Dee, go ahead.
Thank you so much, Barbara. Yeah, 11 years ago, a friend who had recently been introduced to Nikken asked if she could tell me about what she was beginning to learn about herself. And she was so, I could just hear her excitement in her voice, because she said, Dee, it's just amazing. And I said, well, why do you want to tell me about it? And she said, because you're always tired. And I was, and it was, and I was open, because I had not slept well for 15 or 20 years. I was working 60-ish hours a week. I go to bed and, couldn't sleep. Then you start worrying about, oh, I'm going to be so tired tomorrow because I'm not getting enough sleep, all of that. And then you go into that vicious cycle of just restlessness. And I had been in a car accident when I was in my mid-30s, long time ago. And I had multiple injuries, but one need to be in traction for 3 months in the hospital. Wouldn't be treated that way now. Insurance would not cover that kind of long-term situation. But as I was still on crutches when the baby was born, that I didn't even know I was pregnant at the time of the accident. They found that out on the admission. And so it was, one leg ends up being a little shorter than the other. So of course that shifts your pelvis. causes the spine to have a curvature, all of that. So I ended up with all kind of back issues every day. Sometimes fairly mild discomfort, but some days it was agony and
Mm.
quite severe, and spasms and numbness down in my knee and all those kind of things. So between that and not sleeping well and working a lot of hours, I was desperate to and urgent to start feeling better. So as I learned a little bit more, I pretty much most of the products right away because I thought I have to start feeling better. The idea of natural ways of helping our health made so much sense to me, even though I came from our wonderful Western medical model that is so wonderful for emergency medicine and trauma and acute things. But for long term and prevention, we don't address that as much, other than maybe with medications and that type thing. So the fact that these were natural and safe ways to help our bodies recover and have more energy and get relief was wonderful. And so I started using things right away, like I said. And I had heard that sometimes when people got the sleep system, they felt worse before they felt better because their bodies were detoxing. And sort of the solution to that was drinking lots of water and flushing out those toxins. So I was already drinking our wonderful PyMag water and taking some of the nutritionals and using the insoles for my feet and the mag flex for my back and all. So I was well hydrated. By the time I got my sleep system a couple of weeks later, I fell asleep right away. I slept all night. I woke up a little before the alarm went off and I thought, oh my God, this is what a good night's sleep feels like. I hadn't had a night like that for so long. I had also liked the idea of the 5 pillars of health that you talked about. Um, I think, the old, I'm sure they're still teaching it this way in nursing school and everything else, but they really emphasized body, mind, spirit
Mhm.
when I was going through the program. And I also have certification in spiritual direction and stuff. So the the combination of the experiences and the trainings that I have, plus seeing so many of my clients that I was working with who had multiple surgeries, who were on so many medications, and many of them got better, got back to life and all, but many of them didn't.
Mm.
And I would see them spiral downward, and I thought there's got to be a better way for us to take care of ourselves and to focus on what we can do naturally to start feeling better, have better energy, and also prevent perhaps Lord knows what
Mm.
when when our bodies are balanced with these natural energies of the magnetic energy of the earth, sun's energy, air energy, and the combination of that to put our bodies back in a balance in, the wellness home, that beautiful picture that you showed, um, that could support us just like a plant in a greenhouse that's in a perfect environment. It's it was just amazing, and the fact that humans being more too as being a foundation of the philosophy of the company, that we can continue to grow and develop on this journey of life, no matter what our age, no matter what our circumstances. And I think we all want that for ourselves and our loved ones and for everybody in the
I'm going to take you back though. I'm going to take you back to that first good night's sleep. So it was, and if I'm not mistaken, you said you had trouble sleeping for like 15 years.
Yes.
And that is hard. And I think there's a time where people think, this is just the way I am. you know, this is just it. This is how I roll. So then what shifted for you? And then what, I guess daytime things did you do and how did it impact? Like me, it took me 3 days to feel better totally. On the fourth morning, I woke up and I was like, wow, what happened? I'm headed to the bathroom. I didn't have to push myself up out of bed. I didn't have to kind of old Uncle Joe moving kind of slow going. I was just up and at 'em. So how was that for you back in that?
Yeah, I think, you know, as soon as I started drinking the water, I just, it tasted so good to me. And I always drank water, but I always wanted ice in it. And I think it was to sort of deaden some of the off tastes of water.
Yeah.
And I was so surprised. I would drink this at room temperature and still love it and want it. And I started taking some of the nutritionals. I started wearing the insoles right away and using the MagFlex
Okay.
because of all the back issues. And I found, as I moved into the summer months and might be running around in flip flops, at least in the house, um, I thought, oh, I want those insoles. I want something where I can have the insoles in my shoes because I just felt like there was an energy improvement for me when I was surrounded. You know, the jewelry too,
Yes.
even like this power band, and then more classic necklaces that we have. But this power band, um,
I know, so simple and yet so powerful,
it
right?
is, and on my wrist, and you can shower in it. So in the summer when I go to the pool, I've got one on my neck, I've got one wrapped around my ankle because I don't have the insoles in, of course. And I just feel safer, more balanced, all of that. I mean, it just, so it's, I think it was, I had pretty quick results because I started using so much off the bat. And
Mhm.
and so that was great. It was just astounding to me. And now, you know, I'm 11 years older. I I can't imagine what I would feel like if I wasn't using the sleep system, drinking the water, using the other products and the nutritionals, which are, because they're whole food, organic based, our bodies know what to do with them. My dad had always gardened. We had always had fresh fruit. We had, and vegetables. We had fruit trees in the yard. So he had always talked about the benefits of vitamins and minerals from food.
Mm.
So it was just sort of a natural transition to what is offered by Mother Nature, by Creator, for us to really thrive and have a vitality that we didn't, like you said, you didn't have, I didn't have when I was younger.
Mhm.
So it's amazing. I didn't plan to do it as a business, but you know, when I was first introduced, they said, "Oh, there's a tax write-off. You know, if you're doing it as a business." I thought, well, I don't want to work 60 hours a week for the rest of my life. Let's have another way to earn income and help people along the way.
Mhm.
It just has been just a wonderful gift to me,
Ah,
and it is. I'm so grateful, and the collaboration and support from other people who have maybe no financial benefit from helping each other is, it's just such a beautiful global wellness community
mhm.
of, and it feels like that's really what life should be about, right? Helping each other, no matter where we are, no matter, and we can do this now by
What
a,
big heart. I mean, I feel the heart of everybody too, which is really
yeah,
awesome.
absolutely. So thank you so much, Barbara.
Yes, yes, thank you. Now I'm gonna go back here real quick and um, here we go. So this is the wellness home she was talking about and the well-being of it. But I want to go. And again, anytime you have the word pack, you're going to save money. Our nutritionals are nutraceutical grade, which means it's a pharmaceutical grade, but there's no chemicals. So it's pristine, and what's in it is in it. So here's the customer, but you can become a customer. Just get with the person that invited you to watch this, and like Amazon, give your name, address, and email, and then you get in their back office and you can research and check it out and figure out what you want. Or you can become a part-time entrepreneur. That's $99. Next year it's $79. You get your website, you get all the back office information. And like she said, you get amazing support and help from people, even on the Zooms here. And it can shift into a full-time entrepreneur or collaborative entrepreneur, work with what you're already doing. And that's the amazing gift of Nikken. So let's begin your new success story, active wellness, and living in a life in balance. And there again is our 5 pillars of wellness. Yes. Right. Stop sharing. All right. Thank you guys for coming out. Thank you guys for being here. We are independent Nikken consultants. So get with the person that invited you to find out more and to connect. Thank you. Stop. No.